The royals live in crazy amounts of luxury. It's not a secret that members of the royal family are not like the rest of us. Aside from the fame and attention from the media that come with being born into royalty, royals tend to be pretty wealthy. In this video, we'll show you the top 5 royals and how extravagantly they live. Before we start, though, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. So, let's get started. 5. Brunei's Prince Abdulmateen. Prince Abdulmateen of Brunei shows off his incredibly luxurious life on Instagram, where he has become something of an influencer. As of this writing, more than 1 million people follow the spoiled royal, and those people can't get enough of living through his expensive adventures. When you consider that the prince's father, Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, is worth about $20 billion, you can see that the prince's life is anything but ordinary. But he tries to be less spoiled than his dad, who, according to the New York Times, has a gold-plated Rolls-Royce as one of his luxuries. Even though the prince is less extravagant than his dad, that doesn't stop him from jet-setting or living in a palace or posting pictures of his expensive watches and cars on Instagram. 4. Prince Shakarim al-Husseini's. Prince Shakarim al-Husseini is a prince, but he is also known as Aga Khan. Aga Khan is the spiritual leader of Ismaili Muslims. Forbes said that he is worth about $1 billion. Either way, he is said to live a luxurious life with a multi-million-dollar yacht, several estates around the world, a private island in the Bahamas, his own yacht club on Sardinia, and 2 Bombardier jets. Even though the royal spends a lot on himself, he also gives a lot of money to good causes. The Rake reports that the Aga Khan says he is working to end poverty around the world. 3. The Prince of Wales. Prince Andrew, one of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip's 4 children, has been called the British royal family's problem child for a long time. Vanity Fair says that the press called him Air Miles Andy after he took a $5,000 helicopter ride to go just 50 miles to lunch. It is said that Prince Andrew also had money problems. He was named the UK's trade envoy in 2001, but he is said to have said that his annual salary of $408,000 and the hundreds of thousands of dollars he needed to pay for business trips were not enough. Prince Andrew had to quit his job as a trade envoy in 2011 after it came out that he was friends with a sex offender financier named Jeffrey Epstein. However, he continued to live well. Sources said in 2019 that Prince Andrew seemed to have a mysterious source of cash because his lifestyle, which includes luxury vacations and a £13 million ski chalet, is much more expensive than the £249,000 his mother gave him. 2. Swedish Princess Madeleine. In 2013, Princess Madeleine of Sweden married Christopher O'Neill, a banker from New York. It was one of the most extravagant weddings ever. The New York Post says that she wore a Valentino dress with a 13-foot-long train. Nearly 500 royals, socialites, and famous people attended the event. Marie Fredriksson of the pop duo Roxette and Peter Joback, who played the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, both gave performances. Most people could only dream of such a fancy wedding as Princess Madeleine's, but she was used to it. Princess Madeleine was known as a bit of a wild child in Sweden because of her expensive lifestyle. She was reportedly called Sweden's party princess in her early 20s because she was often seen in high-end nightclubs. Even when she went to clubs, Princess Madeleine always looked stylish. Sources said in January 2020 that the princess and her family were renting a $3 million home in Miami, but that they would soon move to another no-doubt luxurious home. 1. The Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal of Saudi Arabia goes a step further than most royals who live in palaces. In his home country, he has not just 1, but 3 beautiful palaces. South China Morning Post says that he spends most of his time in the Fancy Kingdom Palace in Riyadh, which is worth about $130 million. The fixtures in the palace 317 rooms are made of Italian marble, silk, and gold. The rich life of Prince Al-Walid doesn't end there. He also has a Boeing 747-400 private jet with a gold-coated interior. He also owns an Airbus A380, which is said to be worth around $500 million. But the prince doesn't just like planes when it comes to luxury vehicles. He is said to own more than 200 expensive cars, such as a Rolls-Royce Phantom. This prince likes to travel by air, land, and sea, so his collection is even more impressive. The prince also has a yacht called the New Kingdom 5KR, which is worth about $500 million. If you enjoyed today's video, then feel free to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel.